So in this lesson, we're going to be having a look at transforming graphs. So from previous lessons, you already know the basic transformations that we're going to use in A-level maths. There's stretch, there's reflection, and there's translation. All three of those. And we've looked at what happens when the transformation happens inside the bracket and outside the bracket. So let's put it into context of a question like this. So this one says, the graph of y equals f of x is shown above. On separate diagrams, sketch each of the following graphs. So the first one, part one, is y equals minus f of x. So let's have a go at drawing that. So there's the axes there on which we're going to draw our solution. Now you may think you know how to do this, in which case, fire away, go ahead, pause the video and check the answer against mine. But we'll go. So in this case, y equals minus f of x. We've attached a minus, which means it's going to be a reflection. And we've attached a minus on the outside, which means it's going to be reflected in the y direction, which is through the x-axis. So let's have a look at all the key points on this graph. By that I mean all the significant things that happen, like crossing axes or just the curve changing direction. So let's label, and a good practice always to do this, all the key points. So that's 3, 5. That's 2, 0. And that one is 0, minus 4. So when we reflect these through the x-axis, that's the equivalent of timesing all of the y-coordinates by minus 1. So 3, 5 becomes 3 minus 5. 3 minus 5. 2, 0. Well, if we times 2, 0, if we times that y-coordinate by minus 1, it just stays as it is at 2, 0. And then we've got 0 minus 4. If we multiply the y-coordinate by minus 1, we get 0, 4. Like that. So now, let's try and draw it. So I'll do the easy bit first, the straight line here. Nice and straightforward. Then, it curves like this. And then we have a straight line from there going to the left. So that's what this curve here will look like when reflected in the x-axis. So that is, labeling the curve, y equals minus f of x. So moving on, let's do part 2, y equals f of minus x. So there's the set of axes, and we can see we've attached another minus sign, this time on the inside. That means now that it's a reflection through the y-axis. So these points now, as they were, we're not going to times the y-coordinates by minus 1, we're going to times the x-coordinates by minus 1. So 3, 5 becomes minus 3, 5. 2, 0 becomes minus 2, 0. Labeling all these as we go. And then 0 minus 4 stays as it is because we're timesing the x-coordinates by minus 1. And let's try and sketch what that looks like now. So we've got the curve now, like that. And that now goes, since it's been reflected through their y-axis, to the left. And that now goes to the right, like that. And that's a sketch of y equals f of minus x. So you're starting to see how this works now. Let's try another. Let's do part 3, which says it wants f of x plus 3. Well, we can see that we've attached a plus 3, which means it's a translation, and we've done that inside the function. So that means we're going to do the opposite. So it's going to translate 3 units to the left. So what was 3, 5 now becomes 0, 5. What was 2, 0 now becomes minus 1, 0. And what was 0 minus 4 now becomes minus 3, minus 4, like that. Okay, so the curve will now just look like this. Continuing to the right like that, and continuing to the left like this. So that's part 3. Finally, let's do part 4. And actually, let's not forget to label this graph y equals f of x plus 3, was that one? And this final graph is going to be y equals, and it was 4 plus f of x over 2. So 2 transformations that time, 4 plus f of x over 2, like that. Just tidy up that bracket, 4 plus f of x over 2. So let's take the graph here, just to remind ourselves, and paste it down here, just so it's alongside what we're being asked to draw. So 2 things have happened. We've added 4 on the outside. That adds 4 to all the y values, i.e. translated 4 units up. And in addition to that, we've on the inside divided by 2. We know what happens on the inside does the opposite to x values, so we know better, instead of dividing x by 2, we know that this means we have to times it by 2, so all the x values are doubled as well. So it's looking here like we haven't got room to draw it exactly at the scale, but as is the case in an exam, we just make the best effort. So we're going to add 4 to all the y values and double all the x values. So 3, 5 becomes, well, if we add 4 to the y value, we get 9. And if we double the x value, we get 6. So 6, 9 will make that. So we'll put that there. We'll call that 6, 9. 2, 0. Well, we add 4 to the y value, which makes the new y value 4. And we double the x value, which makes 4, 4. So roughly speaking, 4, 4, we can say probably about here. So let's label that point 4, 4. Again, it's not exactly the scale, but as long as the key points are on there, it's okay. Then the final point, 0 minus 4, well, if I add 4 to the y coordinate, we get 0 is the y coordinate, and if we double the x coordinate, we get 0 again. So 0, 0 is the other coordinate. So drawing this now, we get this. And along the x-axis, so where the curve goes and continues along like that. In fact, I'm going to try and make a better job of that. There we go, that's a bit better. So that's the new curve. So have a go at the worksheet now. That has loads of these examples on.